Hello students, this is Virendra, your computer science teacher, and I am here to give you a lecture on Microsoft Excel. Students, as you know that you are staying at your home, and at your home you are doing your hard work, you are doing your all kinds of work for completing the homework, and you are asking the queries to your subject teacher also, so that the person having a resolution for that. So, first of all, without wasting any other time, I just want to give you a warm welcome for this session. And today, I will give you an important lecture for Microsoft Excel. And one more thing, this video gives you a one kind of revision, because as you know that the chapter number 6 Microsoft Excel 2010 is already finished, and many kinds of videos is already provided to you, right? And I am damn sure you are already watched that videos. Okay, many kinds of queries are still left, okay, according to me, and right now in the revision session that all queries will be resolved. So now I am going to start the session. Okay. Okay, students. So first of all, what topic we are going to cover in this video? What topic? Number one, introduction. First we have some little bit of introduction. Number two, interface of Microsoft Excel 2010. Then in this there is some subtopics are there. How to start Microsoft Excel. Next, component of Microsoft Excel interface. Next, workbook versus worksheet. And next and the last topic is how to enter the data in a worksheet. These are the few topics which we are going to cover in this video. Okay, so let's start our topic number 1. Topic number 1 is introduction. Introduction. Students, one more thing I just want to tell you. If you like this video, definitely you can share this video to other of your friends. And if you don't like, definitely I just want you to have a feedback of yours, because that feedback give you a one kind of motivation to upgrade myself. Okay, so feedback is a very important tool for ourselves, right? Suppose we are giving some kind of feedback to you, so that kind of feedback will help you to upgrade yourself, to remove that kind of problems. Okay, so students, as you know that in introduction, first of all we have to know that what is Microsoft Excel. What is Microsoft Excel? Okay, so as you know that the Microsoft Excel is the combination of two things. Number one, Microsoft, and number two, Excel. So Microsoft Excel, okay, if you talk about the Microsoft word, it's nothing but it's a one kind of largest software company, and Excel the name of the software. Okay, so if you combine this, then it becomes Microsoft Excel. So you can say that Microsoft Excel is the one kind of application software. Application software. Okay. Now, what is the purpose of this application software? This application software is used for doing the various kinds of calculations. Various kinds of calculations, right? And apart from this, various kinds of other things are also done. Likewise, if you want to use the pivot table, we can use, apart from this, we can use the subtotal feature here. If you want to insert a graph, we can insert it, right? So whatever the graphical work is there, what is the calculative work is there, we can do each and everything. Like if we have a huge data, okay, and you want to perform the average, summation, multiplication, division, okay, you want to count how many data is there, many things, so we can perform all this Microsoft Excel, right? So overall, the definition says that Microsoft Excel is the one kind of application software, and that application software is used to perform various kinds of calculations. The calculation maybe it's a one kind of financial calculations, or maybe some business related calculations, okay, and we can also insert a graph into the Microsoft Excel, right? So now let's come to the our next thing. When we talk about the interface, so how it will look like, right? And for opening the interface of Excel, how we are going to proceed for that? कैसे start करें? How we are going to proceed that? So for this, let me have I'm just giving some few steps here so that you can start Microsoft Excel. And during the session, I will give you some of the basic tips to work with that, right? So right now I'm going to erase the code here, and then we will proceed further. So right now topic number 2 is running here. Topic number 2 is interface of Microsoft Excel 2010. Microsoft Excel 2010, and right now we are discussing about how the interface is look like. For reaching to the interface, you must know about how to start. For this, let's have the steps. Let's have the steps to start. Steps to start the Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel. So, step number 1, you need to click on Start button. Once you click on Start button, one pop-up menu will appear. That pop-up menu has one option. The name of that option is All Programs. Many students, whenever I am giving the theory paper, at that time the students are writing programs, all program. That's absolutely wrong. Because whenever you open your screen, at that time all program is not written there. Only all programs. You need to put S. Okay, after the program, right? So once you click, after that you have to click on Microsoft Office. Microsoft Office. Now, after clicking on Microsoft Office, what you will do? You need to find out this option, Microsoft, then Office Excel 2010. Right? So this is the way to open, to start your Microsoft Excel. So right now, this is the method number 1. This is the method number 1. There is one more method. There is one more method. Let's discuss. Once you click on Start button, there is a search box appear in the pop-up menu. Search box. And in that search box, what you do? Just type Excel. Just type Excel. And once it is appeared in the pop-up menu, then press enter button from the keyboard. Press enter from the keyboard. Press enter button from the keyboard. Okay? Press enter button from the keyboard. So right now this is the method number 2. Now let's come to the method number 3. Let's come to the method number 3. One more method is there. click on start button, just press Ctrl R. Then Ctrl R will give you a one kind of search box. That Ctrl R, when you have the search box after pressing that shortcut key, then again you have to write down Excel. And once you write the Excel, then press enter button. From the keyboard. So right now these all are the method for starting your Microsoft Excel. Okay. So right now, once you click on Microsoft Excel option, you will have the interface. Okay. So right now, after erasing the board, I am going to draw one interface for you, and then we will discuss further. Okay. So let me erase the board, and then we will proceed further. So students, I hope you are able to understand each and everything, because right now in the previous videos I have provided you many things related to your basics, related to your practical demonstration, and related to other things also. Okay, so need not to worry about it. It's just a revision class. Whatever queries are left in your mind, that we are going to resolve here, right? So now you just have one rectangle here. This is one kind of interface that represents one kind of interface, right? So right now this interface is divided into two parts. The first part, this one, this is called ribbon. And the second part, this one, the below part, bottom part is, this is called a work area. This is work area. This is the work area, and this work area is divided into several kinds of rows, several kinds of columns, right? Like this. If I want to draw this several kinds of rows and columns, so right now it will look like this. Okay, these are the columns. Okay, so the work area is ribbon, and once it is appear like this, then you can say that this is the one kind of worksheet, right? Now let me proceed further. First we are going to talk about the ribbon. So in the ribbon part, ribbon is in the topmost part. This is called title bar. Okay, now once you will have the title bar, okay, at the bottom, below the title bar, there is a menu bar. This is called menu bar. And apart from this, below the menu bar, there is a toolbar. Various kinds of buttons are available according to their tab. And the once you will talk about the toolbar is divided into various kinds of groups according to their tab. Okay, so when any kind of requirement is done, first of all we need to search where the tab is, and according to that tab we will search about which group we have to go to, right? So if you talk about the tab, like the first tab is home tab, then after you will have view, edit, like many kinds of you are having tabs. Okay, and once you click on edit tab, you will have many kinds of group. Okay, and in that group many kinds of buttons are available. Now after that, let's come to the title bar. The title bar, okay, if you see on the left side, okay, here you will have quick access toolbar. And what is the function of quick access toolbar? Whatever the commands, whatever the buttons you are using frequently, okay, like if I give you undo, redo and save button. These are the few buttons which we are going to use in on frequent basis. Okay, so that three buttons are always available on quick access toolbar. But on the right hand side there is a button like this. There is a button like this. This is called one kind of restore button, right? And apart from restore, there is a minimize button is there, and one is close button. Okay, students, let me ask one question to you. Let me ask one question, and I want that answer should be on the YouTube comment as well as on the WhatsApp. Okay, I want the immediate answer. Okay, the question is difference between closed option and exit option. This is the question for you. Okay, this is the question for you, and you need to give the answer by using the YouTube comment as well as WhatsApp. Okay, so I am here, I am watching you that what are the answers you are giving. Let's proceed to the interface here. So right now ribbon part is over now. Now let's come to the work area. Okay, first of all we'll come to the bottom side. At the bottom side on here you will have the status bar. This is one kind of status bar, right? And apart from this, when you come to the right side, this is called scroll bar, vertical scroll bar, vertical scroll bar. And at the bottom side, horizontal scroll bar is there. Horizontal scroll bar. Horizontal scroll bar is there, right? So two kinds of scroll bar. So what are the contents that are hidden? If you want to see that, just you have to move up and down according to your requirement. Or if you want to see the content which is hidden on the left side or right side, you have to move your horizontal scroll bar according to your requirement. And if you are unable to see that kind of content, then definitely at that time scroll bar is very useful for you, right? Now let's come to the little bit above of the scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar. Here this is worksheet, and if anybody asks you that how many worksheets are there by default, then you have to tell there is only 3 worksheets. By default you will have 3 worksheets. 3 worksheets, and the name of the worksheet is sheet 1, comma sheet 2, comma sheet 3. These are the names of your by default sheets. And what is the name of your workbook? Yes, what is the name of your workbook? So the name of your workbook is book 1.xlx. This is the name of your workbook. But the question arises here, what is the difference between, one more question arises here, what is the difference between workbook and worksheet? What is the difference between workbook and worksheet? So the definition for workbook is the collection of worksheets. The collection of worksheet is known as workbook. And what is worksheet? Worksheet is nothing but it's a collection of, it's a grid-like area. Yes, it's a grid-like area. Okay, grid-like area means some kind of rows are there, some kind of column that we get intersected with them, and once the intersection is done, the cell appears. Right? So right now, cell. Just focus on cell. Cell is nothing but, cell is the intersection between rows and column. Intersection between rows and column. Right? And if anybody asks you that what is the number of rows and number of columns, let me remind you, number of rows 16384, number of column number of column. That is 1 0 4 8 5 7 6. Right? Let me repeat one more time. Number of rows is 16,384 and the number of columns is 1,48,576. Right? This is the exact numbers. Okay, please be remember because in your exams that can be asked. Right? Now, once it is completed, now it's time to understand about a few basic things about the interface. Right now I have given the elaboration about the workbook and worksheet also. Okay, and how to navigate in the worksheet. I will just give you within a few moments. But the concern is what are the few things which is still left in the interface. Okay, let me erase a few things on the interface and then we proceed further. So students, I hope you are enjoying this class, and if you have any kind of doubt, any kind of problem, okay, you can ask me. You can just make a direct call to me, okay, and don't hesitate to ask any of your queries. So right now, it is still the erasing process is going on. It is taking a little bit of time. So right now, this is your interface, okay, and it's going to draw one line here. And this line is divided into two parts. This line is divided into two parts. This part is known as name box. This part is known as name box, and this part is known as formula bar. Right? So what is name box? Name box is the place over there is Excel interface which gives you the address of the active cell. Yes, address of the active cell. And how the address become like? Suppose this is your column and this is your row. So always row are numbered with 1 2 3 4 like this. Okay, and always the columns is lettered by A B C D like this. Okay, this is represented by A B C D like this, and this is numbered by 1 2 3 like this. Okay, so once you are having this kind of interface, okay, so please remember name box should be a very good important thing, right? So what is name box? Name box is nothing but it's a one kind of place where you are able to see the address of the active cell. Now the question arises here, what is active cell? What is active cell? Or maybe one more question arises here, what is the difference between the active cell as well as cell? Right? If you talk about the active cell, it means that the cell which you are using, the cell which you are currently using, that is known as active cell. Right? And if you talk about the only cell, so cell is nothing but it's the intersection of rows and column. Now, one more question I have just asked here, that what is contiguous cell, and second one, what is non-contiguous cell? Non-contiguous cell. Two more questions. Contiguous and non-contiguous. So contiguous means the particular cells which coming in a continuous form. Continuous form is like A1, A2, A3 like this, or A1, B1, C1 like this. But if it is not in continuous form, then you can say this is non-contiguous cell. Okay. Now let's come to the formula bar. So formula bar means when you are typing any of the formula for your calculation purpose, then it will be written in the formula bar, and that will directly replicated into the active cell also. Okay, let me repeat one more time. Whenever you are writing any kind of formula, that will be appeared in the formula bar as well as the active cell also. Okay, if you write any of the content that related to your formula, that will appear in the formula bar. right? And formula bar is always written with a special sign, and that special sign is equal to. Please remember that special sign will be equal to. Now, with this is all about your Excel interface. Okay, if you have any kind of query, I am here to give you all kinds of queries here, right? So now I am going to erase the board, and then we will proceed for the next topic, that is how we are going to enter a data in a worksheet, right? So let me erase the board, and then we will proceed further. So students, I hope you are enjoying the class, but if you have any kind of valuable feedback, definitely you can just give it to me, and I will definitely assure you that I will definitely take the action, I will take the required step on that. Okay, so don't hesitate to put your valuable feedbacks on the WhatsApp as well as YouTube comments. So several kinds of question arises here, right? So right now the time for last topic, and the topic is entering data in a worksheet. Entering data in a worksheet. Entering data in a worksheet. So for giving the best understanding about this, let's draw one figure for you so that you can have a better understanding about the same. Suppose this is your Excel sheet. This is your Excel sheet, and this Excel sheet is column is numbered by ABCD like this. This you are using the alphabets, and number row is numbered with 1 to 3 like this. So if I want to find out the address of this cell, then the address is A1, then B1 because you are using the first one, C1, B1 like this, E1, okay. Then after this is the address of A2 like this, okay. Now I want to enter some kind of data into it. So just click one time. Once you click, then immediately you will have a particular rectangle on around the cell. It is saying that the cell is now active, and once immediately you can just click one more time and you can type it. And if you want to navigate, if you want to move from one cell, to just use your arrow keys. You can use your arrow keys. Arrow keys. So your arrow keys are 4 types. Okay, left, right, top, and bottom. Top, bottom arrow keys are used for going from top and bottom, and left, right arrow keys are used for left side and right side. Okay. One more key. There is one more key is there. That is tab. Tab key is used to go to the right side of your cursor, right side of your selected cell. And suppose you are here. Suppose you are here. If you want to go to the this way, either you can use the arrow key, right arrow key, or you can go to the just use the tab key to move to the your next key. And once the data is entered, yes, once the data is entered, you need to press the enter button. Yes, don't forget to press the enter button, because once you press the enter button, immediately you will go to the next cell, right? So please remember, next cell may be at the bottom side. Suppose you are at this side, immediately if you want to move to this one, then you can just press enter button. So these are the buttons you can use while navigating into the Excel sheet. Okay, and for entry, just select your cell, immediately start your typing. Okay, and for the selection purpose, if you want to use the selection purpose, then very easy for you. For selection, what you will do, you will just press your mouse left button, and once you have pressed the left mouse button, immediately drag your mouse, and once the particular cells are selected, release your mouse. Okay, this is the exact process of selecting the cell. And suppose mouse is not working, then You can use the shift key. Yes, shift plus arrow key. You can use the shift plus arrow key. Shift plus arrow key, okay, for your selections. And if you want to select the non-contiguous cells, then you can use the control key. Press the control key from the bottom and use your mouse to random selections of the cells or the random selections of rows or columns, right? So students, I hope each and everything is very much clear, and whatever the doubts you have, just give me, okay, don't hesitate it. Now it's time to erase the board and then we'll proceed the further. So right now I am just going to erase the board. Okay students, so I hope you have understand each and everything, but if you have a query, okay, so just share with me. Many kinds of video is there for sharing that. And now it's time to give you a thank you so much for giving your precious time for watching this video from since starting till the last. Okay, we'll meet in next video. So once again, thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks a lot. Keep enjoying, keep happy, and help others. Thank you so much.